Hey everybody, Jason here, and I'm back with another quick video for you guys today. Today I thought I would take a few minutes and just share with you some of my favorite RC-based gadgets. Some of them come right from other RC companies, some of them are just tools that I've kind of accumulated over time. Either way, I've got 4 or 5 little gadgets here. Some of them I bought, some have been given to me by friends and stuff like that, but I wanted to just take a second and share each item and what I like about it. So the very first item I like so much is this. This is not just the radio, the M12, but it's actually the wheel. This is actually a wheel that's made by Maxline Products, and I'll show you guys here a little bit up close. If you guys can see, there's actually an offset to this wheel. It's a black aluminum wheel, and it just has an offset. And the guy that sells these, his name's Mac. He actually owns Maxline Products. I'll link to it down in the description below. He makes these wheels for a variety of different radios. Now, when I first got this wheel, I liked it, but it felt a little bit big. It kind of felt, like driving a school bus because the foam was a little bit oversized and it was a little bit firm. I mistakenly thought that the wheel was just a little bit larger in diameter. Like, I liked the offset right off the rip, but I just felt like the wheel was a little bit big. Well, come to find out, you can take the foam that's on your original M12 wheel, and the wheel is the exact same size. So if you actually get one of these Maxline wheels and you put the standard foam right off your wheel, man, it's just like, now when I drive, if one of my friends asked me to drive their vehicle, even if they have an M12 with a drop down in the same configuration as mine, it's just not as comfortable because it doesn't have that offset. So that's the first gadget I guess I'll show you guys. Now the second gadget is actually a tool. These are actually called Cobra Pliers, and the way they work, they actually have this little button right here. You push them, and it slides. I literally got these. It says Knipex Cobra, so that's Knipex Cobra. I got these like literally more than a decade ago, like 15 years ago, off of a Snap-on truck. But they're just super durable. They've worked really well, and they're one of my favorite tools. And I carry them in my toolbox everywhere I go. So I guess that's item number 2. Item number 3 is, I'm sure you guys can probably get your hands on one of these if you look hard enough. This is a much more aluminum parts tray. I looked in America and I couldn't find a place to buy this smaller one. It might be available now, but this was actually given to me at the 2013 IFMAR Off-Road Worlds by a guy named Ari Balka, and I super appreciate it. Ari, if you're watching this, I still have this and I still use it. It's a super cool little gadget. I just like the fact that it's billet aluminum. It's got these nice machined edges on it. And I just thought it was one of my more nice gadgets to have. There are other, much more actually had one here in America that was actually twice this size, but I really liked the small footprint that this one had. So that's object, I guess, number 3. I had to look over there and count for a second. Next on the list is this. This is an 8-scale wheel wrench. This is my 110% wrench. This is actually, some guys run it here in the middle, but I actually run it down here in the edge for a little bit more torque. And it's the first ever magnetic wheel nut wrench. And I don't use this as much as I'd like to, just because I don't go racing 8 scale as much as I'd like to. But this is a super cool gadget. It's really kind of the first in a generation of tools of this style, so I'm pretty stoked about this. That's a pretty cool gadget. This is something that I use all the time, and this is my Gia ride height gauge, and basically it's, as you twist it, it comes up or down 1 millimeter per click. It would be nice if there was some type of like indicator so it wasn't only tactile, you just have to count it click by click. But this is something that's in my toolbox all the time for all my vehicles, and I really, really like this. It just has a really small form factor. It works really effectively. It's expensive. It's like 17 or 18 bucks. Anyways, this is a cool little gadget. It's a little expensive, but it is a super cool ride height gauge. And the last tool on my list is for soldering. Guys, don't be pissed because I don't even know where to get this at. I got this one on a Snap-on truck. And it's just a little tool that I used back when I installed car stereos when I was a lot younger, like literally 15 years ago. And it was really good for just checking wire continuity. And it's really nice because it's preloaded and it actually holds the wires nice and tight. I'm sure that there's an analog to this at Harbor Freight or in any of the electronic stores. But this is just something that when you're soldering, you don't have to hold on to a tight wire. You don't have to hold on to a hot wire. And you don't have to use your pliers where you hold continuous force. If you can't find something like this, I would say the next closest thing to something like this is wrapping a rubber band around the handle of some needle nose pliers. That way it holds constant tension on whatever you're holding without you having to apply it yourself. So anyways, I just wanted to take a second, share some of the gadgets that I've used over time. If I can find links to this, and to the Cobra Pliers, I will put it in the description. But everything else should have links in the description. If you guys want to go check it out, feel free. I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. I just want to say thanks again for watching my videos. I appreciate you guys watching. If you enjoyed this video, you'd be doing me a huge favor if you could either like, comment, or even better, subscribe. Again, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.